This skull may hide humanity's oldest murder mystery. It waited underground for 430,000 years. Long before cities, farms, or written laws existed, archaeologists found it inside a cave in northern Spain. The place is called Sima de los Huesos. In English, that means the pit of... Scientists recovered remains from at least 28 individuals. But one shattered skull was especially disturbing.
Researchers named this ancient victim Cranium 17. 52 fragments were carefully fitted back together. 2 matching holes appeared above the victim's left eye. They were not cracks formed slowly underground. Both injuries happened around the moment of death. Their nearly identical shape suggested one weapon, and that weapon had struck the victim twice. A fall could hardly create the same wound twice. So researchers proposed a terrifying explanation. Another human may have deliberately killed this person. It is our earliest strong evidence of lethal violence. Was this killer's first and only victim? From here, evidence ends and our reconstruction begins. Imagine this valley 430,000 years ago. A small group survives between forest and stone. Every person matters when the group is this small. One missing hunter means less food for everyone. One injured gatherer could leave children hungry. Trust is not kindness here, it is survival. Our young hunter is called Naru. He notices details that others usually ignore. Bent grass, fresh tracks, a bird suddenly silent. These signs help him find animals before sunset. His closest hunting partner is Ara. Ara is fast, brave, and sometimes careless. The tribe's strongest hunter is Vark. He brings meat home when others return empty-handed. That success makes everyone depend upon him, yet Vark never explains where he hunts. He leaves before dawn and returns after darkness. Sometimes he returns without his hunting partner. Until now, nobody has asked why. Elder Ona leads the group through hard seasons. She remembers every path, storm, and burial place. But even Ona cannot see inside another mind. Then, on a cold morning, everything changes. Ara's sleeping place is empty. His spear is gone, but his food remains. Ara would never begin a hunt without eating. Naru asks who last saw him. One child points toward the northern trail. She saw Ara walking behind Vark. Vark claims they separated near the river. He says Ara chased a wounded deer alone. The tribe accepts this explanation immediately. Predators often take hunters who wander too far. But Naru hears something wrong in Vark's story. Ara never followed wounded animals into dense forest. He feared ambushes more than losing meat. Naru decides to search the northern trail himself. He tells nobody where he is going. If Vark lied, warning him could be deadly. The trail begins with 2 sets of footprints. One belongs to Ara, the other is larger. Vark's feet are larger than anyone else's. Both men walk together beyond the river. Vark said they separated before crossing it. His first lie is now visible in mud. Beyond the water, the tracks enter thick trees. Then Ara's footprints suddenly turn sideways. The ground shows a short, violent struggle, yet there are no paw prints anywhere. No claws, no teeth, no animal trail. Only 2 human paths entered this clearing, and only one path leaves it. Beside a stone, something red catches Naru's eye. It is a piece of Ara's bracelet. Naru finally knows Ara did not leave willingly, but knowing danger is not the same as proving it. The tribe trusts Vark more than quiet Naru. Accusing him without evidence could divide everyone. Naru hides the bracelet fragment beneath his belt. The single returning trail continues toward the hills. It avoids open ground and follows deep shadow. Whoever made it did not want to be seen. Then the footprints disappear on bare stone. Naru searches every crack before daylight fades. At last, he finds a dark stone chip. It matches the color of Vark's strange club. The edge is fresh, sharp, and recently broken. Somewhere nearby, Vark struck something very hard. A distant stone clatters behind Naru. He is no longer sure he is alone. A tall shadow moves between the trees. Naru runs before the watcher can approach. He reaches camp after the fire is lit. Vark is already sitting beside the flames. His face is calm, but his feet are muddy. Vark asks whether Naru enjoyed his walk. Naru never told anyone he had left. The warning is unmistakable. Vark was watching. Naru must pretend he suspects nothing. 3 days pass without any sign of Ara. The tribe stops searching and accepts his death. They leave a stone where his bed once lay. Vark watches without showing any sadness. That night, Naru cannot close his eyes. Every sound now feels like approaching footsteps, but fear alone cannot expose a killer. Naru needs a pattern others can understand. He remembers another hunter lost last winter. Vark had returned alone that time too. Everyone blamed the cold and moved onward. Before that, a gatherer vanished near the cliffs. Again, Vark claimed an animal had attacked. Separate accidents now begin forming one terrible line. Every disappearance happened during a private trip. Every time, only Vark returned. And no missing body was ever recovered. Somewhere the landscape is hiding them. Naru decides to watch Vark every morning. He may have only one chance to follow. The chance arrives sooner than Naru expects. Vark approaches Kiri beside the dying fire. Kiri gathers roots and medicine for the tribe. She knows every useful plant in the valley. Vark says he found rare roots near the hills. Kiri agrees to follow him after sunrise. Naru feels the pattern closing around her. If he warns Kiri, Vark may change his plan. If he stays silent, she could become another victim. Naru chooses a dangerous third option. He will follow them without being seen. Then he will bring Kiri home alive. Vark and Kiri leave when the sun rises. Naru waits until they disappear beyond the trees. Following too closely would expose him immediately. Following too far could make him lose them. Naru uses birdsong to judge their distance. Silent birds mean people are passing nearby. Moving birds mean the path ahead is clear. For hours, the three move northward. Vark avoids the river and every familiar trail. Kiri finally stops and questions him. Useful roots do not grow among bare rocks. Vark claims they are just beyond the ridge. His hand never leaves the black stone club. Naru recognizes the chip missing from its edge. The stone from yesterday fits that missing space. Now Naru has evidence, but not enough. Vark could still call both objects coincidence. The final proof lies somewhere beyond the ridge. On the other side, the ground suddenly drops. A narrow opening leads beneath the hillside. Cold air rises from somewhere deep inside. Kiri refuses to enter and turns back. Vark steps between her and the valley. His friendly expression disappears completely. Kiri understands the danger one moment too late. She throws the basket and runs uphill. Vark catches her before she reaches Naru. Naru sees the black club rise. He cannot wait for more proof. Naru hurls a loose stone at Vark. It strikes the club and knocks it aside. Kiri crawls behind a boulder for cover. Vark turns and finally sees Naru. For 1 second, nobody moves. Then Vark charges without making a sound. Naru jumps away from the first swing. The club smashes against the stone wall. Another black fragment breaks from its edge. It matches the fragment hidden in Naru's belt. Vark realizes Naru has followed the entire trail. The secret matters more to him than Kiri now. Naru runs toward the narrow cave entrance. It is the only path Vark cannot circle around. Inside, daylight shrinks behind them. Naru hears the club scraping against stone. The tunnel bends sharply to the left. Beyond it, the ground vanishes into darkness. Naru has found Vark's hidden pit. Ara's broken spear lies beside the edge. The remaining red cord is trapped beneath it. Other abandoned tools surround the dark opening. These disappearances were never separate accidents. Vark has used this place more than once. A low laugh echoes through the tunnel. Vark steps forward and blocks the only exit. Naru has nowhere left to run. Vark advances slowly, forcing him backward. One loose pebble falls into endless darkness. Naru never hears it reach the bottom. Vark believes fear has already defeated him, but Naru is watching the cracked ceiling above. He needs Vark to take one more step. Naru pretends to lose his balance. Vark rushes forward to finish the hunt. Naru drives his spear into the ceiling crack. A heavy rock drops between the two hunters. The impact splits the narrow stone ledge. Naru jumps toward the tunnel wall. Vark's heavy club pulls him the other way. He releases it, but the ledge still collapses. Vark catches the edge with one hand. For the first time, the hunter looks afraid. Naru reaches down despite everything Vark has done. Vark refuses the hand and grabs the club. Even now, he chooses the weapon. The loose rock breaks beneath Vark's fingers. Vark disappears silently into the darkness below. Only the black stone club remains behind. Kiri finds Naru at the cave entrance. Together they return and tell Elder Ona everything. At sunrise, the entire group visits the pit. They recognize tools belonging to the missing people. The tribe finally understands who hunted them, but this ending is only our imagined story. Archaeology gives us injuries, locations, and surviving objects. It cannot recover a killer's name or thoughts. Cranium 17 truly had 2 matching forehead wounds. Both were likely made by the same blunt object. The damage occurred around the time of death. Researchers therefore identified likely lethal interpersonal violence. Yet one murder does not prove a serial killer. The other remains are not evidence of Vark's crimes. We do not know why all those bodies accumulated there. They may reflect deliberate placement, accidents, or complex events. The evidence preserves the victim, not the full story. Still, someone delivered those 2 ancient blows, and their motive vanished long before history began. Was this humanity's first killer, or merely the first we found?